Welcome to another day in history. Today is July 3rd, and we're exploring some fascinating events that occurred on this day throughout history. On July 3rd, 1863, one of the most pivotal battles in American history reached its climax. The Battle of Gettysburg, a turning point in the American Civil War, saw its final and most famous day of fighting. The battle had begun 2 days earlier when Confederate forces, led by General Robert E. Lee, clashed with the Union Army of the Potomac, commanded by General George Meade. By July 3rd, both sides had suffered heavy casualties, but the outcome of the battle, and potentially the war, hung in the balance. In a desperate gambit, Lee ordered a massive assault on the center of the Union line. This attack, known as Pickett's Charge, involved around 12,500 Confederate soldiers charging across nearly a mile of open field under heavy Union artillery fire. At 3 p.m., following a 2-hour artillery bombardment, the charge began. Led by Major General George Pickett and 2 other divisions, the Confederates advanced in an impressive but ultimately doomed display of courage. Union defenders, positioned behind stone walls and fences, poured devastating fire into the approaching ranks. Despite initial breakthroughs, the attack was repulsed with over 50% casualties among the attacking force. This failed assault marked the end of the Battle of Gettysburg and Lee's campaign into the North. On July 4th, the Confederate Army began its long retreat back to Virginia. The Battle of Gettysburg resulted in the largest number of casualties in the Civil War, with combined losses of around 50,000 men. Its outcome proved to be a major turning point, shifting momentum decisively in favor of the Union. In a different era and context, on July 3rd, 1938, the world speed record for a steam locomotive was set. The famous Mallard, an A4 class locomotive of the London and North Eastern Railway in England, reached a speed of 126 miles per hour. This record still stands today for steam locomotives, showcasing the pinnacle of steam technology before the widespread adoption of diesel and electric trains. Lastly, in 1988, Iran Air Flight 655 was shot down by the USS Vincennes, a guided missile cruiser of the United States Navy. All 290 passengers and crew aboard the civilian aircraft were killed. This tragic incident occurred during the final months of the Iran-Iraq War, highlighting the tensions and complexities of international relations in the Persian Gulf region. The event led to increased scrutiny of military rules of engagement and the challenges of warfare in congested international waters. That's all for today's journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Another Day in History for daily doses of fascinating historical events. And don't forget to answer today's question in the comments. Today's question: if you were to set a world record on July 3rd, what would it be for?